KCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Chris Anderson is with us. Chris is the White Township Manager, joins us once a month. What's going on within the township? Our conversation is brought to you by Marcus & Mack, the best personal injury law firm and the best of any uncounty contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. So I'm looking at the weather forecast. Thursday, partly cloudy, chance of afternoon showers, 72. Sounds like a good day to start paving, huh?
Yeah, so our 2023 paving project kicks off Thursday.
Yeah.
Paving crews will be in. They're gonna start on Salzburg Avenue. Typically, their process is come in. They'll mill out keyways at the intersections and driveways, and then they'll come in and do like a scratch or a leveling course. And then they'll lay down about 1.5 inches of top and smooth it all out. So
Yeah.
we ask that if you're in the area, just be courteous of the construction crews, and traffic will still be allowed through. Just you might have a little bit of a delay or.
Salzburg Avenue gets some traffic.
Yeah, it does. It's a little bit of a cutoff there between Rose Street and Rustic. The bypass kind of Oakland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and there's a lot of different opportunities for folks to visit businesses or other organizations along that road. So,
Yeah.
It does get some traffic, so people need to be aware of it.
Yeah, and then the next step is when PennDOT does their final paving, there's going to be some new marking and new signage on Salzburg Avenue. So,
Oh, yeah?
some share the road, some bicycle markings, new signs. So it's getting a whole new uplift.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
So Salzburg Avenue is that's where you start. Is that where you end, or are there other?
Nope, we'll hit the Martin Road, which is out off of 954, the Full Run Road, and then we go over to the East Pike area. We do, out there we'll do. I think it's Gompers and Homestead and a couple of those streets up there that we're going to hit there. Nice little project.
Yeah, Martin Road has had some recent work, hasn't it?
Yeah, so we just finished a couple stormwater projects out there. So we did some under drain, keep the water off the roadway, a couple cross pipes, some of this new materials, new plastic that we may never have to mess with it again once it's installed correctly. Did some mowing out there, a little bit of ditching. So it's a pretty good shape out there. Looks good.
Speaking of mowing, doing some right of way mowing.
Yeah, so our tractor's been out. It's about the third week now that it's been out. It's a slow process mowing our right of ways. Promise we'll hit all that we can. We have one mower, 85 miles of roads. Not all those get mowed, but it's a big project.
Yeah, it is.
And we ask that if you encounter our tractor to be slow, watch for oncoming traffic and take your turn going around. It's better safe than sorry.
It's amazing to me that those things don't break down more often than they do, with all of the different things you see in the weeds.
Yeah, I know, and hidden things, and there's like 100 teeth on that mower, and when like you break one off or break a couple off, you got to get in there and take the one off and replace it. It's a tedious process keeping that machine maintained.
Yeah, that's something else. How those things don't break down more often than they do is just amazing. The Route 286 sewer project, that's kind of slow going right now.
Yeah, we were pretty far ahead of schedule. Then now we hit the deep portion, which is coming underneath Airport Road, coming over to Campbell Road for the actual tie-in of the new pump station, and they've hit solid rock. And when you hit solid rock, you're jackhammering just a little piece and taking a scoop and jackhammering and taking a scoop. So project is slow going right now. Still a little bit ahead of schedule, but slow digging. When you hit that hard rock, it's a process then. But just adds a whole new dimension when you start jackhammering out.
You hope it's one boulder and you get through it, but then
it's a whole seam.
You run into something like that.
And I mean, we're 20 feet deep, 22, 23 feet. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a deep sewer line there.
Wow. So is there a guy down in there?
No. Well, they use all machines. Yeah.
It's not old fashioned.
No, it's good machines.
Otherwise, you'd be down there.
Yep.
Well, those are some of the projects that are going on right now. You're working on Apache Drive too.
Yeah, so probably some of the residents noticed there have been some flags and some survey work taking place out there in Apache. Stormwater project, we're finalizing the bid documents. That'll be going out the bid for construction contract, and it'll be basically replacing what's out there already. We have stormwater lines. We partnered with the county and the use of the ARP funds. Most of it's like 15-inch to 18-inch stormwater pipe, and it'll just be replaced in kind. And once that's all replaced, then next year's paving project will include patching. It'll be basically a brand new road.
Yeah, and then there's one other stormwater project over in-house that you're doing in-house.
Yeah, so we like to do a project in-house. One that's manageable is going to be Mill Run Road, which is if you come out to the intersection of Shelley Drive and Philadelphia Street, that's the street that goes straight ahead out like the old Claypool plant lots. Mill Run will have all new stormwater pipes, catch basins, things like that. It'll be on a paving project next year too.
So there you go. All those different things going on underneath and on top of the roadways in White Township. But there's fun stuff happening in the township as well, including, they've got the food festival coming up this weekend.
Yeah, so the food festival this weekend. Big baseball tournament coming up in a couple weekends. The playground now is open up at.
Is it really?
Yeah, so I'd say beginning of last week they did the rubber coating the safe coating that underneath all the apparatus, and they put the mulch under the swings. Paving's complete. It's not all grass seeded yet, but it's open. It's a good looking park.
Kids discovering it too.
Yeah, the tower's pretty cool. The cable or the rope tower, it's very popular. I get a lot of comments on that. So
have you tried it yourself?
I have not yet, but my one little daughter has. She's certainly been on it.
Who do you think could get up it quicker, you or her?
Her. She moves pretty good. Pickleball courts recently resurfaced. They're in use. Yeah, that's Kennedy King Park. The rec complex, we did some general maintenance out there. We did remove some old shrubs. Crews have been doing some landscape beds. Just a little TLC out there. It's opened up the park. You can see really well now. You can walk around the track. There's not the shrubs hanging over the walkways. It's looks good out there. It's coming along.
That is such a huge piece of property.
If you add everything together, it's a little over 90 acres.
It takes a lot to keep that thing going.
Yeah, there's a lot of mowing there, and we've been fortunate this year to do some of these projects because the grass wasn't growing as bad because of the lack of rain, and we were able to touch these. And we one thing we didn't get to do maybe like the last couple of years is hit Getty Heights ball field. So they were over there, groomed that up, and used it. So the days we're not mowing, we're still doing other activities.
Well, with all of these tournaments that come to town, it helps to have a really nice looking ballpark. And you've got a bunch of them in White Township, and they've been getting some use.
Yeah, and and another thing to mention is I heard some comments when I came in yesterday. Is man, the restaurants are busy this past weekend, and that was certainly because of the softball tournament here in town. I know this weekend. Homer's on the Hoodlebug, which is the Homer City Boosters. They run the Homer's on Hoodlebug, I think 10U, 12U softball tournament. So it'll be a busy weekend this weekend in town. So
when all those businesses can benefit from some really dedicated folks who bring these tournaments to town, and there are a lot of people that want to see those things succeed because they help business, and business helps the whole area.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's all about. Oh, we didn't mention as well restrooms at Kennedy King.
Yeah, Kennedy King Park restrooms. I've mentioned I think before we got a fully funded grant for the restrooms, and right now they're in final design. It's going to include restrooms with a little storage garage on the back of it. It'd be a nice add up there to the Kennedy King Park. There's no restroom facilities up there, and these softball tournaments they utilize porta johns, and so it'll be nice to not use those and actually get restroom facilities.
Yeah. Well, out of the White Township Recreation Complex, that restroom building, that facility with concession stand, that's so nice for folks. And the S&T Bank Arena as well. While it's not used as a restroom type building, it's
available.
It's there and available, and at this time of the year, there's still work going on inside, getting it set up for the coming season, right?
Yeah, it was busy yesterday. The soccer boosters, they have their annual summer camp right now, and with the rain yesterday, they forced everybody inside down at the arena. So it was busy. So they had the soccer on one side, and they had tennis on the other side. It was a busy place yesterday, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, I love S&T Bank Arena in the wintertime for tennis. That's a wonderful thing to do.
Yeah.
All right, so all of these things happening in White Township, but you've got planning commission tonight, and you've got supervisors tomorrow.
Correct. And one other thing I'm going to mention real quick is if anybody gets a chance, go to whitetownship.org. We just recently did a little facelift on our website. All the information's still there, just trying to make it a little more user-friendly. Some new pictures, updated content. And if anybody needs anything, WTinfo@whitetownship.org is kind of the main email inbox.
Nice. Good stuff. Anything for planning commission tonight?
No, pretty quiet for planning commission this evening.
And supervisors tomorrow?
Supervisors tomorrow, there's always a full agenda.
Very good. Chris Anderson, you've been a busy guy, and everybody in White Township is really busy right now, too. I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, appreciate it, Todd.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Fox News is coming up next at the top of the hour. We will follow that with news from our WCCS newsroom with Josh Wilson. And